want to go also in Proverbs 22, verse 11 to 16. Verse 11. He who loves purity of heart and whose speech is gracious, the king is his friend. And so a pure heart, gracious speech, wise words, everyone loves those, including the king, and that's where you'll get recognition, but no one enjoys the fool. In Ecclesiastes 10:12 it says, the words of a wise man's mouth win him favor, but the lips of a fool consume him. Verse 12, the eyes of the Lord preserve knowledge, but he overthrows the words of the treacherous man. And so the eyes of the Lord spoken about is omniscience, is omnipresence, that he's sovereign, he's everywhere. And chapter 15:3 it says, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, keeping watch on the evil and the good. So knowing God sees and hears all things, he will bless the wise and he will overthrow the treacherous, as it says, he'll overthrow the words of the treacherous. Verse 13, the sluggard said, there's a lion outside, I will be killed in the streets. Proverbs 26:13 says, the sluggard says, there's a lion in the road, there's a lion in the streets. Sluggard is full of excuses. He's always got some reason why he can't get to work, or why he can't do this, he can't do that. There's always some excuse. He can't seem to get through those obstacles, and it's almost like he's always looking for a reason why this task can't get done or that work can't get done. Verse 14, the mouth of an adulteress is a deep pit. He who is cursed of the Lord will fall into it. Many warnings to do with the adulteress, to the wayward woman, to being tempted and seduced into these situations. But what's interesting here is that he who is cursed of the Lord will fall into it. It's almost like God allows that judgment to come onto the fool and allows him to fall into that pit of the adulterous woman. Proverbs 7:4 says, say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call insight your intimate friend. So those that embrace wisdom, it says, to keep you from the forbidden woman and from the adulteress with her smooth words. So when you embrace and you love and you have wisdom as part of you, that actually protects you from falling down and protects you from those traps of the adulterous woman. So verse 15, foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child, the rod of discipline will remove it from far from him. Every child is born in sin. Every child has got a bent, a wayward bent, but he's born in the flesh, the sin of Adam. He's inherited that, and so the way to deal with that is the rod. So the rod of discipline will remove it far from him. And so if we don't use the rod, we don't use discipline, when we allow a child to just go along with his own devices, he's just going to go one way, and that's going to go the way of the fool. Verse 16, he who oppresses the poor to make more for himself, or who gives to the rich, will only come to poverty. And often there's a proverb on both sides of giving to the poor and not taking bribes from the rich, etc. But here, the two are together, is that if we ignore the cry of the rich and we just turn a blind eye to that, we're going to be poor. If we try and give to the rich and so that we can get more, often people are giving to the rich is for a reason, it's for a bribe. That's also wrong. So both sides are wrong. And so God judges the heart, and so we need to be wise with our money and to whom we give.